Welcome back to everybody's favorite game show. Before we start the podcast, we use a Gen Z term and make Mike guess what it means. Today's word, Mike, is bet.
Oh,
he knows that
That's
one.
a good one. Yeah.
What's it mean?
Bet means like for sure. Like, oh yeah, bet. You know, like, hey, we're gonna go the Penguin game. Penguins make the playoffs. We're gonna go to the next round. Oh yeah, bet.
Yeah.
That's the first one he's gotten right. There we go.
I feel like that one's been around.
Hey, that one has been around for a while. Mike got it, so let's start the podcast.
It's good to feel relevant again.
To Bad Potato Salad, the show where Michael, Travis, and I accost random strangers on the internet. If it's your first time here, welcome to the Bad Potato Salad family. We love you. Thanks for being here. If it's not your first time here, please rate, review, and subscribe anywhere podcasts are available. Stop being a dick. We need you here, all right? And rate, review, and subscribe. If you're not sure how the show works, our beautiful wives read us 2 headlines they find across Reddit. Mike and I choose which one we think will be the funniest to blind react to. Then we blind react to that story, and you judge people with us. Who's my co-host? That's Mike Travers.
Yes.
There he is.
I'm a liaison for all of us to the Gen Z. You know, so
Yeah, I've always said like you're the key to the Gen Z.
I am tuned in.
He
Yeah.
has his finger on the pulse.
I do. I was
Speaking
glad
of
you
fingering,
said pulse.
this is our wives right here.
Perfect segue. Perfect.
Both had a joke. We went different ways.
Alana and Kendall, say hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Hey, last week was a great week for the podcast. We really appreciate it. We are. It's been really good. It's been really good. We had a bunch of downloads, downloads last week, and that's you.
And you're gonna look good in that new background.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. And
We
if you're
both
not,
do.
if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts from, we have a new background behind us.
Very
We're trying to upgrade. So if
Wait.
you're not, what?
Does it just show up black for them too?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
What do you think it? Do you think it's a green
What
screen?
do you think?
You think
That's
it was a black?
Oh,
green
no,
screen?
it's a full.
It's
He's
a green screen situation.
Oh.
You thought it was a
It would have
green
to be
screen would have to
green.
be green, Alana.
I know, but I didn't
Or
know
blue.
if like you could you were making
That's a
it
blue
black,
screen.
yeah, right. I'm saying.
like
yeah.
making it black to put a
Yeah, we're gonna put an orgy behind us. That's what we're gonna.
Yeah.
Well, the funnier part is that because you're both wearing black shirts,
That's also
I
true.
know.
We're
you
just
could
floating
just
heads
have
right now.
floating heads
Yeah.
and make it
We picked a
thing.
bad day to
Yeah.
wear black. Yeah.
And we are the whitest people of all time, so that doesn't help at all. Kendall, kick us off with 2 stories before people lose us
Okay, let's go.
in the background.
Am I the asshole for sending footage of my neighbor's husband sneaking into another woman's house?
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Maybe he was a burglar part-time though.
Possibly.
We don't know.
Might have been feeding the cats.
Or
Oh, there was some pussy getting fed.
Ho.
that was perfect.
Oh, we're on one today. We're on one today.
Yeah, we are. Or am I the asshole for not selling my neighbor a thrifted rocking chair that I just bought?
I think we all know which one we need to
Yeah.
do. I think.
Although I'll be honest, I just sat in a rocking chair before we got here, and I
And
was
he,
like, God, I hate how much I liked it.
for the first time.
No.
well,
Oh, okay.
no, but like at my mom, we were.
I
at
haven't
mom's
been in
house.
a rocking chair in quite a while.
Was
It's
it a-
not
This
an
is
everyday
amazing.
occurrence.
Time out. Was it a rocking chair or was it a recliner?
It was a rocking chair.
Oh, like a legit
Old
rocking.
school.
Yeah.
Old school
Like
cushion
cracker,
on it.
Cracker Barrel
Yeah.
rocking
Yes.
chair.
Yeah.
Old school.
He was
And
like
out
this.
Porch.
oh on the porch.
It should have been. It
It
wasn't.
should, that was his first statement.
was my
This should be
next
on the front
Yeah.
porch.
It should be on
Yeah.
the, it's just in someone's living room.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the
You're
living room.
win-
Yeah.
Like you're about to knit a quilt.
My mom is 73, so maybe.
Yeah, she's definitely a knitter.
She's definitely a knitter. A
Mhm.
knitter.
That's that was she's I literally did not even think about that
I know, me
until,
neither, until I said it.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Am I the asshole for sending footage of my neighbor's husband sneaking into another woman's house? I have security cameras around my house. Nothing crazy, just front and back for peace of mind. They record automatically with motion. One night last month, I caught my neighbor's husband, mid-40s male, sneaking around oddly late, like around 2 a.m., heading into a house across the street where a recently divorced woman lives.
Oh.
He waited in the alley and used the side door. I wasn't going to say anything, not my business, but a week later, the neighbor's wife, who I've always gotten along with, told me she thought her husband was cheating and asked if I had seen anything weird on my cameras. I paused, then asked, "Do you want me to check?" I showed her the clip and she lost it, like sobbing in my kitchen, level upset. And now her husband found out and is threatening me with legal consequences for spying and ruining his marriage.
I don't think that's how the ring cam works.
Yeah.
You catch somebody robbing your house, be like, I'm suing you for videotaping me without my permission. That's-
Only a guy would get caught cheating and be like, how
Someone
dare
else
you?
ruined
How dare you ruin my marriage
Yeah.
by filming me cheating?
How dare you?
How dare you?
Super fucked up.
That's insane.
So some of the neighbors say I should have kept quiet, but she asked and I just answered, am I the asshole?
No.
Not the asshole for
the wife.
No, yeah, but not the asshole because she asked, right? Like, and so like that's the biggest thing. Like if she wouldn't have asked, if you'd have just offered that up,
Right.
like that does seem a little bit nebby. But the wife's like, hey, like I think something's going on here. Like he seems a little off. He seems a little disconnected or whatever. And I think he might be cheating on me.
Yeah, when you first mentioned it, I was like, what was she doing looking?
Right, not your monkey, not
Like
your
going
circus.
back
Yeah,
and looking
right.
like at the day's events on your camera.
Right.
But then she asked her, but yeah, how was she? Yeah,
Did
how was
she
even
see? Did it say
to
she
know?
saw it before she was asked?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she pretended like she didn't really know.
So it's
And she's like,
probably
do you
a
want me to
motion
chat?
sensed camera, and it was like, "Hey, motion out here at 2 a.m." She was like,
Like,
"Well, I
'cause
wonder."
it tells
I
you it's
wonder
a
what
person,
I wonder
or
what.
if it's
Oh,
an
you get an
animal.
alert on
Yeah.
it that
Yeah.
says it. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, that makes
Because
sense.
don't you remember when we were in North Dakota? And I kept getting alerts on my Ring camera, and you could.
I kept telling you Alana was cheating.
You're like, I think Alana's having dudes over there. You get an alert like every 3 seconds.
A lot of them.
Yeah, and I was like, no, it's the Ring camera's pointed at our dog's cage. So every time she moves, like we get an alert.
But
and Mike
also,
was,
anytime anything moves in the living room, like if I walk to the bathroom,
yeah,
triggers it, or like
I
if
should have
Snowy
covered.
walks
I should
by.
have covered better for
yeah.
you. That's fine.
Mike's like, you should look into this right now.
Yeah.
I'm interested. Mike
We-
loves tea. He likes.
Yeah, we should leave North Dakota right now and bust her. We should get. We'll get there. We'll get there in 16
Mike
hours.
was looking for any reason to leave North Dakota, if I'm being honest. Are you the asshole? You're not the asshole because she did ask you to
Yeah,
look.
for sure.
And you would have been the asshole if you'd have just covered it up because, again, it's not your business, but, like, it's also not your business that he was cheating. Like, that he was cheating. Whatever consequences happen after that, happen after that. And I have a sneaky suspicion I know why his neighbor got divorced.
Oh, do you think it was
Yeah.
happening before?
100%. You don't capitalize on an opportunity that quickly.
Wait, that's not
No,
true.
but here's the thing: if she was
Yes,
if
I
she was
do.
just going if she was just going through a divorce, the last thing she wanted to do is like let me jump into another affair, into an affair or something like that.
No. I mean,
You think she would?
I'm hypothetically.
Well, that was very damning.
No, I'm just saying. Listen, if I am a recent divorcee,
Yeah.
and I'm bitter and I'm mad, and I think the guy across
I'll
the street from
rebound.
me is hot, and he's like flirting with me, and I'm like, all right,
Let's
I'm not,
ruin another
first of
marriage.
all, yeah, not saying it's a good idea.
Yeah, yeah, right.
I'm just
Bring
saying
him- misery loves company.
It doesn't necessarily mean it was happening pre-divorce or for a long time. It just means like I get it that this.
Do
woman
you
was
think
like,
it's more likely that it was happening for a long time and that led to the divorce?
That's very possible.
Or multiple affair partners? Because I feel like if I'm the husband and I know, like, if I catch my wife cheating with me on one of the neighbors, I'm absolutely telling the neighbor's wife, like, hey, your husband's cheating on you.
True,
Just to
true.
take that down too. So like
True.
I feel like there could have been a multiple affair situation, and she was like, well, he left me, we don't have to stop doing this.
Yeah.
Crazy, like some of those neighborhoods, and it's so situational.
Where are they at?
Yeah, right. I'll tell you where they're at. They are in
Right here, I was
areas
gonna
with younger couples with disposable income that live in like cul-de-sac areas. Like
Wait,
that's where these.
us.
No, like
Yeah, it is.
You're like
babe.
literally describing.
know.
no,
but
like more like like
Nicer weather.
like for this particular, like a Peters Township, like where they live in like I'm saying like
affluent area.
$700,000 homes.
Right.
That's where I think these things like go off the rails. I don't know.
because they all like host like
And they're-
parties,
right.
Like, you know, like
They
they're all
become
like
oddly
Yeah.
close. They
Yeah.
all have kids. They hang. That their whole social life becomes intertwined, and it just and they're younger.
It's
and
Timmy's
so
T-ball team. Oh, I
Yeah.
see you at school
And they go
drop off. I
out
see you at school
They
pickup.
go
Right.
out after the
100%.
game, have beers.
sometimes the husband can't go because they got to watch kids. Sometimes the
Yeah.
wife can't go. So it ends up in the. I think it happens all the time
I
in
bet
those
it does.
situations.
You know what I think
Probably.
a lot of times is it's so like annoying and like that it happens this way, but like I see like because I scroll Reddit a lot and it's like, am I overreacting to this? And there'll be like a text thread. You probably see those a lot, and it's always like a girl at work just getting hit on and flirting back with another dude. Like work, like
Yeah.
like
Oh,
because
yeah,
like
work
you're just work is just like one of those things where it's like you're always around that person and it's like, oh, I didn't see you at the meeting on Monday. I bet you looked hot or whatever, and
Yeah.
like start flirting with each other, and
Uh-huh.
you're like, man, like if you like. You're trying to provide for your family, and then your wife's just getting hit on by a bunch of random dudes, and she's flirting back. Like,
Yeah, work happens because women make the mistake of lowering. Because we met at work, they lower their defense because they're at work. They're where and the person there, they assume's not hitting on them because they're at work and they're supposed to be at work, and so you have this normal like friendship and relation. And then it always gets out of,
I know someone who ruined. Well, the girl ruined her marriage and the guy ruined his marriage because they were.
I
They
think
work
and then
together.
at that point too, it's like once you get caught or once the divorce is over, it's like it's not fun for the couple that's in it anymore, the affair
Right.
anymore. So they're like, all right, well, we've ruined our life, but like I'm not really interested.
yeah,
in you.
like
It
I
was
didn't
just-
actually like you.
Yeah,
I
it was
just
just
like
fun.
the idea of this hot secret sex or whatever.
Yeah,
yeah, it does. It ruins the affair. The divorce ruins the affair, and that's not talked.
that's true.
That's not talked about enough.
That's not. Yeah, I've always said,
Yeah.
marriage is the leading cause of divorce. A
Yeah.
lot of people aren't talking about that, and so then you back it up with an affair. Because you always see that in like restaurants and stuff too, like where in
Oh,
these,
yeah.
in
For
these
sure.
restaurants, it's all these like line cooks hooking up with these like tens. Like
Yeah.
that dude's missing a tooth. There's no way you think he's attractive.
100%, because they are just they're at work, and so they don't.
You don't realize it's like I could come home and be like, oh my God, this guy's so nice. He's just so friendly.
Oh,
He's so kind to
yeah.
me. And Mike would be like, he definitely wants to have sex. You know?
She just like, I think he's like
He
the
always
sweetest.
cooks me. The line cook always cooks me food.
Right.
Exactly.
What do
Yeah.
you want for dinner tonight?
Right?
Yeah.
Anal.
I also need to say one thing as far as, we called out the Gen Z terms. Derek used a very Pittsburgh term at the
was
beginning of
gonna
the
say that.
story.
What
And-
was it?
Nabby.
Nebby.
Nabby.
Sorry, I should let you
Oh,
say that.
interesting.
No, it's okay.
Interesting.
I don't.
It's a
Yeah.
good Pittsburgh term.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
It's-
There's so many Pittsburgh terms that I didn't know were Pittsburgh
Yeah,
terms.
right. Because they're just part of your vernacular.
It means
Um,
nosy or prying into other people's business. For those of you that are not.
Yeah,
from
honestly, if you
Pittsburgh.
guys aren't getting Nebby tattooed on your neck, you're kind of pussies.
Nebby
Nebby.
Knobsnyder.
Yeah, Nebby Knobs.
Nebby Knobsnyder.
With a K.
No, stop. That's
you should
stop.
name your
That's
next kid that.
Perfect
that's
for your
yes.
family.
Oh,
our
I'm
only kid.
embarrassed at how much I love gossip.
Mike loves
Yeah.
it.
Like I
Loves it.
definitely, as a guy, like I feel like I
dude.
shouldn't. When Kendall comes home from like an event, or I'm
Anything.
like, give me some gossip.
Yeah.
Tell me.
Give
I-
me some gossip.
I
love
finish up and doing a show, and Mike's like, "Well, how was it?"
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
like,
Right.
like, talk to me.
I want
All
the
time.
gossip.
All you guys do is talk gossip.
I
to
love
each other.
gossiping. I do.
He loves it.
Well, we
love
just
a
got to
good-
keep each other in the loop. As far as this story, I
Okay.
will say you're probably not you're definitely not the
No,
asshole
definitely
because
not.
she asked and you just responded in
You
a way that was
obliged.
you obliged, right? And what are you supposed to do in that situation?
It would be like our neighbor when we asked him for his ring cam footage when our house got robbed, and then
He was like, "I'd love
the
to,
robber being like, "Dude, you sold me out."
Yeah, right.
Like, it's the same thing. It's like, no, she asked, you gave
Wait,
it to
were
her.
you banging the rob?
Don't tell Mike.
Well, when she did see no,
We've already told that story. Also, it's not true anymore. Okay.
Yeah, definitely not the
Not
asshole.
true
Definitely
anymore.
not the asshole. But ring cameras are ruining marriages.
I
Yeah.
love it. I love it.
dare they?
All right, are
It's
we ready
so
for
hard
two
to
more?
cheat now. It's unbelievable.
That was
So-
AI. That
yeah,
was AI.
so many-
It
yeah, I
goes
know,
back.
that's-
Mike's
Right?
biggest thing.
100%.
Wasn't
I'd be
me.
like, AI, babe.
Yeah,
Wasn't me.
it wasn't
I'll
me.
admit that looks legit.
Yeah.
Wow.
AI got the freckle on my wiener, right?
Yeah.
Too. That was.
I was in bed with you, babe.
How did it know? Okay. Am I the asshole for going home after my husband dangled me over a parking garage edge as a prank and I thought he was killing me?
Is that Michael Jackson's child?
I forgot about that.
Forgot about that too. Or
Michael Jackson.
or am I the asshole for not paying a man that mowed my grass?
Interesting.
Huh. Side note, I'm embarrassed how much I watch those videos of some landscaper showing up to a bad yard situation and offering to do it for free. I will watch the entire like
Me
3-minute video
Me too.
Yeah, you
of
know
a guy landscaping.
What's even better is there's a 15-minute video on their YouTube channel, and if you really love them, you go watch that. Like,
Send me the link.
yeah. But that's probably not in your guys' algorithm, is it?
I've never even heard that.
I have the guy doing this stuff on the road.
And pressure washing
Pressure.
sidewalks.
I love.
man,
It's the most
There's
mentally satisfying thing I've
Yeah.
ever seen in my life.
Anybody over 35 listening to this
Yeah.
podcast just
Yep.
came a little.
Right? Honestly,
And you have to watch it to the end. Like, you have to
100%.
see the
I
final.
gotta see the final.
I know
part.
what the driveway is going to look like.
Doesn't
Pressure
matter.
wash. You think I'm going to wait? I am watching it till the end. Watching it to the end.
Okay, so-
Interesting. I mean, here's what I will say.
Go
The
ahead.
more interesting headline is dangling
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
wife over. Is it the more interesting story though? Because I feel like you gave us I don't even know why the other one's an option, given the fact that the other one sounded so
Well,
interesting.
because I have 27 stories on my page right now, and so
Okay.
I've just
All
picked
right.
the next one I saw.
We do have 3 weeks of episodes coming up here, so,
Uh-huh.
so that makes
Let's
sense.
let's dangle that
Let's do the
person over the
dangle?
parking
Yeah.
garage.
Let's dangle.
Do you know what this immediately reminds me of?
Reminded me of the Michael Jackson situation.
Well, that I didn't think of, but as soon as you said that picture in my head
Yeah.
immediately.
I was thinking Liam Payne.
Oh.
Oh, Mike.
I just read an update on it yesterday.
I don't
about
think anybody
Oh, really?
dangled him.
It wasn't even an update. It was just I think they just said that. I guess they've concluded that it was he was trying to escape the people from the hotel, and it was just horrific. Like just
Yeah.
It's wild because
So sad.
he didn't even fall that far. I mean,
no,
you know what I mean? Like,
so unnecessary.
yeah,
Mine was Clueless, but I'll tell you that after we're talking. Okay.
that's Alana's favorite movie.
That's Kendall's favorite movie.
I know. It's
talking
one of
about
my
this?
favorite movies.
So we'll have to
But yeah,
we'll
I
have
know
to
what scene you're talking
input on
Have
the
you seen
video.
Not the whole thing. I haven't seen it. I'm familiar with most of it.
We watched that. We watched that one night, Alana,
right?
when you lived in your old apartment. You made me watch it with you, and I was like, I would have done anything to see boobs.
Right, yeah.
I was like,
Yeah,
How
like-
long is this
I was like,
movie?
run
Let's
it
do
back, run it back.
Run
I
it
loved
back. All right. Am I the asshole for going home after my husband dangled me over the parking garage edge as a prank, and I thought he was killing me?
You said boyfriend or husband?
Husband.
Okay.
And I get that. Like that's such a messed up prank. Like when people do dumb shit like that, like
weird.
it's just
That's not a prank. That's an
that's
assault.
I'm not
Yeah.
a prank person.
No.
Okay.
about. No.
Hello. This happened a couple days ago. I went out with my husband to eat at a place nearby that we had booked for the first time. He's really been wanting to go there.
because of the
and-
parking garage.
Yep.
It's got a lot of levels.
And he was really looking forward to it. We parked on the top floor of the garage nearby.
But she regretted that.
Yeah, the top floor is actually wild to think about now, because you can think like
Top
one or
floor
two
is
floors
crazy.
over,
Yeah.
but like top floor is wild.
Maybe it was full. Maybe he did it on purpose. Okay, here we go.
Now we go.
We got out of the car and we started walking down the stairs, which are right on the edge of the parking garage.
He's like, you know what's faster than the stairs, honey?
Literally, he started talking about how high up we were and jokingly asked if I thought I could survive if I jumped from there. And obviously, I said no. As we were turning down the stairs and we were right next to the edge, which had a small railing before a straight drop, he shouted out, "Say goodbye," and picked me up and brought me over the edge and dangled me there.
My God, I love a good funny prank like that.
You know, murder's a prank now. Yeah.
Put
It
a
was
gun
it was
in
an
your mouth
officer.
and
It
be
was
like,
a
"I'm gonna
So funny. I'm going to slit your neck and just see what happens. It's going to be so funny.
It's hilarious.
Wow.
Okay. I effing screamed out and I was so scared. I thought he was going to kill me and he held me over the edge for a second and then he pulled me back and put me down and I was in so much shock. He was laughing like it was the funniest thing ever and I took a minute to still process what he just did to me. I was legitimately shaking. I lost my appetite and my mood was done. I decided I was out and I wanted to go home. And I said, I'm going home. He said, it's just a joke. He was trying to have fun. And I told him he can come home with me now or he can take the bus, but I am leaving immediately. He said I ruined the date because he'd been really wanting to eat there. And he huffed all the way back. And I was still shocked because I was literally hanging over the edge.
Wow.
When I called to tell the restaurant we weren't showing up and I got home, I was just thinking about it again. I started crying. He didn't even come over and console me. And he did apologize later, but he said, sorry you got scared. instead of saying sorry for doing something I shouldn't have. So am I the asshole for going home?
I think I would divorce you because I would be scared of
That's
you.
terrifying.
You think I'm strong enough to dangle you?
I
That's
would be-
flattering, actually.
I would be scared of you.
I would be horrified. That's not funny.
Yeah,
in
that
any way.
decision making that goes into doing that is frightening.
My first
let
thought,
alone doing it.
yeah, my first thought is former athlete, peaked in high school,
Yeah.
thought this would be funny. Does it say how old they are, how long they've been married?
Okay, I'm just not in the post. I'm gonna scan the comments.
Okay. I'm going to say, yeah, he was a former athlete, thought it'd be funny, was clearly not funny. And yeah, like stuff like that is just like, again,
That's
like,
attempted murder.
well, not only that, but like, just
Yeah.
like, I think like issues like that where people are you know, there's people don't have the processing skills, but like, it's a prank, it's a prank. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like every time I see one of those like YouTube videos where like it's such a immature or gross
Like an
prank,
obvious
like,
one that like
just
hurts
like a
someone's heart.
just a terrible prank.
Yeah.
Where like, oh, we gave our friend sleeping pills, now he shaved his head. Like,
Right,
I
right.
would murder. Like, I would,
Right.
I would punch my friends in the throat. Like, why would you do like? That's not a prank. That you're just a dick. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay, wait. They've been married for a couple years. He snuck up behind me. Oh, okay. He does this all the time. He does pranks all the time, not like throwing
Right.
her.
So
with
he's just a fun guy.
yeah.
He
That's what
sounds
somebody else
amazing.
was like. Look, you can't be with someone that loves pranks if you don't love pranks because they clearly have something like
Messed up.
like it's not you're not compatible in that way. We saw that one documentary about like the YouTube kids,
Right.
and one of the things
Got
that they
shot?
did.
You see, one of them got shot.
Well, no, not in the documentary we watched, but the one thing was that like that they lied about someone getting arrested, and they had all these like teenagers there, like 8 to 12 of them, and they all thought that somebody was getting arrested, and it was a huge thing, and they were all crying and freaking out, and it went on for way too long, and at the end, someone's like, "It's a prank, it's all fine," and these kids are traumatized forever. It's like this.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I still have not gotten over Justin Timberlake's tax prank when Ashton Kutcher pranked him that he didn't pay his taxes, and he was like,
Oh, I forgot about
"Yeah,
that.
I haven't forgotten that. It still
Kara,
I
is that
stings."
what-
forgot. I don't know.
No,
if I
like
said
even that punk show was like fun, only like
But they were
after the
pranking
punk was
but they were
I know,
pranking
but
celebrities.
but I'm
But
saying
some
some
of
of
them
them
are
are so
too
bad.
bad.
They're
Like-
so far gone. It's like that's not funny.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Like,
some,
you
you
can't
get,
do that and expect someone to be like on the same page of like, yeah, that's hysterical.
but at some level, it was if you get to that level of celebrity, you're thinking like, all right, maybe maybe this isn't real because it's like it's so over the top.
But it's like
there-
death or jail time.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. But so there were kids that would like go up to like these gangs in like the
Oh,
hood
yeah.
and be like and just like, what's up? You want some beef? And then they would pull like beef out of their
No.
pocket. But like these guys are real like hard
Yeah.
like people, right? And like this guy came up to him like somebody in the mall or something like that. And he was like, he's like, you want some beef? You want some beef? And he's like, what? Like, what'd you say? He's like, you want some beef? And before he could pull like the dude shot him, and it's like
No.
you lose. Like
Yeah.
that's a
Yeah,
prank.
you can't do
you
that.
can't do that, right? Because from the guy who shot him side, like this dude was gonna threatened him. Like
Yeah.
you don't know it's a prank.
That's wild.
It is
That's
wild.
wild.
But this is why we need less
Yeah.
stupid people.
She definitely should divorce. That dangling something, anything could have went wrong.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing.
Her shirt could have, whatever he was holding on to, could have ripped or
Right?
could have.
Shoe could
Yes.
have came
Could
off.
have, yeah. It could have been so hysterically funny that he lost his grip on her because he was laughing so hard.
Yeah.
Because it's so funny to hang someone over the edge and they think they're dying, and you're like, "This is the funniest thing."
hilarious.
funny.
Yeah.
It's just
It's
hysterical.
like holding somebody underwater.
No, you should leave that person.
Yeah.
The idea that Darren
Yeah.
said her shoe could come off. I'm thinking about him like hanging her by her feet. Over the edge, like,
Well, by the
this is
ankles,
so
by
fu-
the
I know,
by the
no,
ankles.
I know.
But when you get nervous, you squirm. Like that could have 100% happened.
course.
You ever like have you ever been in a hotel? Yeah, 100%. You
No.
are
Yeah.
you're not the asshole
No.
for ending the night and probably leaving your husband. Like that's probably should happen. do you ever like when you're in a hotel? Like, do you ever look out the window and like see a tree out there and be like, if this catches on fire, like I could jump out of my window,
Nope.
grab that tree,
Never.
and like climb the rest of the
Nope.
way down if I can't get out from a fire.
No.
Never.
Never. Alana, do you do that?
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And then I'd have to tell the tree the whole way down. It's a prank. It's a prank.
It's a prank.
I like that you're always trying to escape.
Yeah.
If a fire happens here, how are you getting out?
Right now?
Yeah.
That door.
What if the fire comes from there?
That door.
Shit.
Hey, and also if both those doors, there's a window,
window,
right
I
behind
know.
you. We're on ground level, Kendall. I can climb up.
Yeah.
We could bust out that window. Wow. Not the
No,
asshole.
well, I'd
Wow.
have to go upstairs and get the cats first.
Yeah. Cats come
Obviously.
first before
Obviously.
me.
Obviously.
But
sure.
she's not the asshole.
No.
I think we can all
No,
agree on
not
that.
at all.
Is it two not the assholes?
Yeah.
We have to put that Clueless clip in for sure. It's the funniest thing.
With Brittany Murphy.
She's freaking out. I know.
Yeah.
The late, great Brittany
Rest in
Murphy.
peace.
Mhm.
She died?
A long time ago.
Very
Also very
suspiciously.
Very
Yeah, very
suspiciously.
Do you
suspiciously.
not know about that?
Her and her husband.
No.
We don't have to digress on
Was
it
it a
now.
prank, you think?
Yeah.
She's pranking everyone she's been.
She's dying. She's like, Ashton.
Dan Tosh does a great joke about that.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
in the afterlife, you're a douche.
Yeah.
Damn you, Ashton Kutcher.
Okay. Next two. Okay. Am I the asshole for asking my partner's sister to reimburse our flights after agreeing to babysit her toddler for a week?
Oh, we've done a story like that before.
I don't remember.
Okay.
I don't remember.
Or
Like similar.
am I the asshole for confronting a parent after the comment she made to me? That's from a teacher. That one.
Ooh.
Yes.
PTA meetings would be
Yeah.
awkward AF.
Yeah, nobody wants to hear anything bad about their kid for sure. You only
I-
want to hear glowing reports.
I will tell you, I think COVID changed that a lot because, like, you know, like before when a teacher would give like a student a bad review, they'd be like, "There's no way my Timmy acts like that." Then they were locked up with them for 3 years trying to make them learn, like, you should hit him.
Yeah,
all
yeah,
you
yeah.
That's all he did?
Yeah. What do you think? Which
Yeah.
one do you want?
Let's do the teacher one.
The
Let's
PTA
go.
Okay.
one?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go. I just can't think of you like dangling me over a garage.
Hmm?
No, you.
Not with his new hip.
Yeah, you be, it might happen.
Yeah.
Actually, I it's fascinating to think whoever invented the first parking garage. Like, what a weird thing to be like, you know what we could do?
Yeah.
Like, what if we just made this like a skyscraper
Layer
for cars?
cars on
Right.
top
Yeah.
of each other.
They could just keep parking cars.
And then Carvana was
every
like,
day.
hold my beer.
You can see the cars
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the
Parking.
roundabout.
Mm.
Get
Okay.
it, Lon.
Let's go.
Get it, Lon. Happy Mother's Day.
Thanks.
Happy
Yeah.
Mother's Day.
Thanks. You too.
You have a
Thank
dog
you.
mom shirt on. Look at you.
Yeah, and I'm a cat mom.
And you're a cat mom.
Corn
Okay.
stem out of your shirt.
Mother's Day.
Am I the asshole for confronting a parent after the comment she made to me? I, 24 female, am a high school teacher in a pretty wealthy small town.
Okay.
As far as teacher salaries go, we are paid very well.
Okay.
I
Was
also
that 35,000?
Yeah.
That's very well for a teacher.
Every year,
$12
that
an
is.
hour.
Every year. That's
Every
every
year.
12 months.
I also happen to be an incredibly frugal person, and I have some goals for the future that are very important to me. So, especially when it comes to recurring expenses, I will choose the cheapest option available almost always. I could afford to pay more, but at this point in my life, that doesn't make sense to me.
Sure.
Yesterday, a parent saw me buying canned chicken, a bag of rice, and some tortillas from a dollar store. I don't think she would ever step foot in a dollar store, but the store is right next to a pretty fancy gym.
Mm.
She started making comments to me about how she knows that we're paid well, so it's unprofessional to make myself look poor.
Wait, you said they were buying chicken in there?
She bought
Canned
canned
chicken.
chicken.
Oh,
Like
canned chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Canned chicken?
Yeah. You like for chicken, buffalo chicken dip. You never had
A
canned
bag
chicken in
of
your buffalo
I've
rice.
chicken?
never heard of canned
I've
chicken.
Yeah, we
chicken
buy it for the. We
upstairs.
used
Yeah.
to buy it for the dogs, just like tuna.
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
yeah.
Same
Yeah,
idea.
same
Yeah.
thing.
It's good for
Alright.
it's good for dips. It's good for like
Mhm.
you know,
Making chicken salad.
chicken
Okay.
salad. Yeah.
I don't remember.
Boop, boop, boop. Okay. I tried to deflect with humor like I usually do, joking that I'm just a cheapskate. That did not seem to work. She kept asking me questions about what the kids would think.
What?
I don't think they care.
Yeah.
Of course not.
And if I really want to be viewed that way, I don't really care. I did have a chance to walk away, but I didn't take it. Instead, I told her that, with all due respect, the life I live on my free time is none of her business, nor does
100%.
she have any say over it.
Mm-hmm.
That escalated the situation immensely. She ended up talking about how her taxes pay my salary. And that's when I probably messed up, because I followed up with, well, in that case, you should be happy I'm making those tax dollars stretch.
Yeah, it's funny. Also, being clearly overlooked, this rich
Yeah.
this rich woman, I don't know if she's a housewife or not, but this rich woman
Yeah.
is in the same dollar
Yeah.
store shopping.
She was at
No,
the
she was
gym
coming
next
out of the
door.
gym that was next.
But she's in the store. No, but she's in the dollar store. She said she confronted her in the dollar store. It didn't seem like a store she would be in, but it was right next to it in a high-end gym. So maybe she just popped in after that. She's also in the dollar stores.
Maybe she went into
No,
laugh
it says
at the
I
poor
don't think
people.
she would ever step foot in a dollar store, but the store is next to a pretty fancy
Outside.
gym.
Oh,
She saw her
she caught her
outside.
outside. Okay.
Yeah.
Catch me outside. How about
Cash
that?
me outside.
So I had to have a conversation with my boss today because she sent him an email.
She sent him an email?
He didn't say I was wrong. He understood where I was coming from completely, but he did tell me I probably should have just let it go. Unprofessional, maybe, but does escalating the situation make me the asshole?
No.
I think, that is so bizarre
That
that
is
they.
like a form of bullying.
Yeah.
Totally.
What a weird reaction to.
It's like poor shaming, but like
Yeah.
there's nothing like.
Yeah. You know what she should do?
What?
No, I'm not going to say that. I had a moment of clarity right there.
I just can't believe that she would confront her and be like, what would the kids think?
Yeah.
The kids would think, hey, maybe
Well, it depends
we
what
should-
grade she was teaching, because kids get meaner as they get older.
Yeah, but
for
the
High
kid-
school.
Yeah.
I think kids would just be thinking like, "Oh my God, that's my teacher." Like you
Yeah.
just are so weirded out by seeing them in
Seeing your
public.
in
teacher.
the public.
Well, I don't think it would. I don't think it would
No,
matter
I'm saying
where
she's
you
saying
saw
like,
them.
what if she found out? What if the kids found out that she shops at the dollar store? Is like is what
like-
she's saying. Yeah, shit's expensive right now, and also like, who gives it? You
Right?
do not dictate my time when I'm not
Yeah.
at work.
No.
You do not dictate my like if I want to do whatever I want to do
Yeah,
within
right.
guidelines. Like if obviously like if like she's not out there like making OnlyFans content, you know what I mean? Like 'cause that could be a thing where it's like, all right, maybe like don't do that, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because you're a teacher, you're around kids, and they're gonna find it.
I get it. I get it.
We
I mean, I
we
get
have
it.
had that story a couple
Yeah.
times. But
Yeah.
but honestly,
Yeah.
she said it's unprofessional to make myself look poor.
That's so bizarre.
Like what a weird thing to say.
what a
'Cause you
fun
don't-
school district that would be.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What a fun place that must
yeah,
be to live in.
that's every kid's the coach's kid.
But
for
her
sure.
husband's crossing the street, going to the neighbor's neighbor's house, the divorced neighbor's house at 2 a.m.
So funny. It's so frustrating because it's like what's wrong with her? She wants to save money and like get out of like maybe she wants to like go to like a school district where the kids need more help or whatever, and want to like do that. And she wants to take a lower salary to do that, and that's like a whole thing. Like I don't know.
Yeah, that's absurd. Her reaction is so crazy.
And-
It's just shop wherever you want to shop. If the kids don't like it, let them say something. You know. And
I used to think Aldi's was the coolest store ever because it was like this is half the price of normal
Yeah.
grocery store.
It's amazing.
You can get a shopping cart for $0.25.
I know,
I
right?
go to the dollar store every now and then.
I haven't been in a while.
I haven't been in a long time.
I mean,
There
honestly.
is a dollar store next to my gym, actually.
When
Uh-oh.
Alana wrote
Wait,
this
you
story.
wrote this? We don't have kids.
Ah, damn it.
Not the asshole.
No.
Sorry.
Not
No.
at all. And a good shopper and a frugal shopper.
A frugal shopper.
I bet that lady buys stuff off Amazon all the time, for like
Right?
Yeah.
That's a great point. Oh my gosh. Not the asshole at all.
God, entitled. Just imagine if someone was entitled how you spent your money.
Right. And to have the nerve to tell you that.
Right.
Like in person.
Yeah. Oh, my tax dollars are going towards this. Your tax dollars are also. They pay the police officers.
What- yeah,
and
what
they're
did
kind of shit.
Yeah.
They can be doing shitty things out there.
Yeah, like I said, like as a fan of that kind of a thing, of saving money and shopping, like why would you not take advantage? Like this is why if she saw the teacher coming out of like a high end place, she would have been like, well, how much are we paying these
Yeah,
teachers?
100%.
If she
Oh,
came out with
that's
like a
a
Louis
great
Vuitton, she'd be like, what are
point.
we paying these
Yeah.
people?
And also like if I'm assuming this teacher's younger because she's saving up towards like long term
She's
goals.
24.
24, dude. 24 is the time to fill your body with Dollar Tree food
Yeah.
because you can't
Exactly.
do that at 35. you wake up every hour regretting that
will not
$1.99
work.
chicken you bought.
I don't know that you'd ever regret buying meat at a dollar store. Yeah. I don't think you'd ever regret that decision.
That's the name of your next special.
Yeah.
Meet at a dollar store.
Meet at the
I
dollar
can't
store.
believe
Dollar
like
store
that.
meat.
That should have been her focus. Like, hey, this doesn't seem like a good idea.
Yeah. If
Yeah.
she'd have been like, I'm worried about
Yeah.
you,
You're
like,
buying canned meat from the dollar store. Come
no,
here.
it's not for me. It's for the hostages in my basement.
Even still, feed them better. Yeah, that should have been her focal point.
Absolutely.
I love it.
Yeah.
We got time for Uno Mas.
Una mas. Okay. Am I the asshole for arguing that you cannot save a spot in a grocery store checkout line?
You can't. Well, unless it's a dollar store.
The old chat and cut.
Or
Chad cut. Love that.
Yeah,
Or am I the asshole for getting my coworker fired for his repeated visible dick print
Ooh,
in his pants?
dick.
That one?
Yeah, let's go dick print.
Let's go dick print.
She's
Dick
banging
print.
on the door.
Who is?
Cornelia.
Oh, I
cat.
love it. Is she out or in? Oh,
She is Kim.
Hi.
oh, because I thought she was out, and then I didn't know what's
For those of you that didn't hear, that was a pretty adorable meow.
a pretty adorable
It's
meow.
a thank you meow.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, this
She has something to say.
is interesting.
Honey, don't show your bum.
She said, "I want the chicken from the dollar store."
Yeah.
Okay,
All
Are
right.
we ready?
Yeah, read the title again because it is good.
Am I the asshole for getting my coworker fired for his repeated visible dick print?
How tight are his pants?
Okay.
Wait, do you know who John Hamm is?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
You don't know what he's known for.
Uh huh.
Wait,
Oh, I know.
showing his ham.
No, he
The-
apparently has a big one.
Oh,
and it's
okay.
always shown through his pants.
Uh huh.
Oh really?
Uh huh.
Yeah.
I was gonna mention that last story or first story or second story, that it sounded like that show we're watching with John Hamm, that Your Friends and Neighbors, where they're like going
His
into
wiener
Oh,
is
Yeah.
they're
always
sneaking
in his
Oh, because
pants.
he's sneaking
Sneaking into
places.
neighbors'
Yeah.
houses.
Always
and-
see his wiener through his pants.
I
Always.
remember
Yeah.
seeing his
That's
wiener.
why we love John Hamm.
Yeah.
Love John's
Great
ham.
last name.
Okay.
I'm glad he has a big schlong, because I mean, what else does he have going for him?
Nothing else.
Yeah. Good
Nothing
looking.
else.
Yeah, good
Nothing
looking,
else.
money. Everyone likes him.
Lots
He's
of
funny.
money. At least he has a big
Thank
peen.
God.
Yeah.
All
Thank
right.
God for that.
Okay. Am I the asshole for getting my coworker fired for his repeated visible dick print? I, 19 female, am interning part time.
Welcome to the workplace. Welcome to the next 50 years of your life.
You ever see
Sexual harassment at its finest.
The Office where the three interns sat down? They're like, I learned that a ream of paper is 300 sheets, and someone's like, I thought it was 500 sheets. It's like, I guess I didn't learn anything.
So, okay, she does not say where she works because I did look, but it's or what kind of place
Yeah.
it is. But it says we all dress pretty casually.
Very apparently.
Apparently, I was alone in a room in my office one morning, and my coworker Josh, who is late 20s male, came and started chatting with me. When I turned to face him, I could clearly see the outline of his erection.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
that's a problem.
That's different.
That's a problem.
That's different.
It's not just saying hello. It's saying hello.
He was wearing sweatpants, and they left nothing to the imagination.
Very casual workplace. You were in
Very
sweatpants.
Yeah,
at
that's why I was
work.
Yeah.
wondering what it
I'm
was.
not
but
trusting financial planners that are wearing sweatpants with a boner.
Great
Yeah.
point. Great point. I didn't say anything, and after he left, I just went back to work. So I ignored it the first time, but then it kept happening. Josh would come alone to chat, and each time he was visibly
Yes, he does.
he was visibly hard, and I could see it through his flimsy shorts or sweatpants or thin dress pants. Like, he didn't even act embarrassed or try to hide it. He would just stand there like it's nothing. He acts normal around everybody else, and I don't think this has happened at any other time that I've seen him not with others around, only when it's us. And I hadn't brought it up to anybody yet. I didn't want to appear dramatic, and I didn't want to make myself a target. But then he said,
Oh, you're a target already.
Missile locking.
but then he started making comments. Oh, it's hot out. I had to wear these shorts today. One day, Josh came over and he asked me to come to his apartment nearby over lunch. I politely declined.
It's this way.
I politely declined.
funny.
And as he was leaving, he said, all right, well, I have to go to the bathroom and take care of something. I'll see you around while glancing down. He clearly had an erection. The outline was very clear. That was it for me. I went to HR. I reported everything. HR put Josh under review, and he ended up being fired with cause.
Imagine the review. They're like, it
Yeah.
is hard. It
Yes.
is.
That's definitely an erection.
We took a picture of it. We
Yeah.
drew a chalk outline.
We got it soft and hard. You
uh-huh.
saw it hard 17 times.
They fired him?
They fired him, and now some of my coworkers are icing me out. One of my coworkers
We're just
started.
gonna ice Josh out.
Yeah.
Just-
That's who needed ice down his
Yeah.
pants.
They sarcastically muttered under their breath, "I made sure to wear proper pants today. I didn't want anyone getting any ideas." While I was having lunch near some of them, and then they all laughed. My boss has even been talking to me less, and I feel alienated. I just wanted him to stop. Am I the asshole here?
I think so. I mean, if you can't work in a place and have a boner in sweatpants, and I don't want to work in that place, I'll be honest.
Welcome to church, sweetheart.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like-
Sorry, I get excited about spreadsheets.
Yeah,
My bad.
yeah.
My bad. I love where I work.
Yeah. Good thing he wasn't like Scottish and wearing the kilt, you know? Or,
Yeah, what?
Here's the thing. You would have been the asshole if it was just like his pants were too tight and you could
Right.
see the outline of his wiener.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
You would have been the asshole in that situation.
Right.
Because that's his style. And if HR has a problem with him dressing that way, then they could have taken it up.
Right.
Like, because you just felt uncomfortable with the way that was, you would have been the asshole. The fact that it was hard all the time.
That's disgusting.
And he kept making these really inappropriate comments like, hey, why don't you come over to my apartment? And
Yep.
I got to go take care of something. First
That's-
off, who jerks off on the clock?
On the
Who?
clock.
You
Mike
know what I
has
mean?
his
Like-
hand up.
I thought we
Just
were all
you?
going to
Just
say
you?
that.
No,
Just
just
you.
you.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
that
it's
is-
just like one of those things where, like, because of the situation that was happening, she's clearly, the intern, like, he's clearly trying to hit on her, and it's, it's working or whatever. I don't know. Alana, what do you think?
I mean, I definitely think it's creepy. I don't know if it's a form of like sexual harassment, but it feels
I think the
because
way
if
that
he
he was
can't
talking,
help it.
the way that he
Yeah.
was talking to her, like, I got to go take care. Do you want to come to my apartment? Like, that's sexual
Yeah.
harassment.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're in sweatpants and you're in your office and you got to go talk to someone, you got a boner, you got to wait that out.
Well, he wanted her to see it.
That's what I mean. That's why it's harassment, because if you have a boner, it's not hard to
Creepy.
get, no pun intended, but it's not hard to get that to go down.
roller
You're
skates,
at-
roller skates, roller
Yeah,
skates.
you're at work. You're like, that second I hear the word work, I go soft.
Yeah, I would think it would be hard to get a boner at work. You have to. He probably physically is like playing
Right,
with his,
and then goes
with his
in.
wiener to like get it that like fluff it up a little bit. Like, hey, like
Fluff
look
it
at
up?
my
And for
like
what?
a-
She
like
didn't
a
even
half-
appreciate it.
Yeah,
She didn't appreciate him
that's
getting hard.
that's the problem. That's the
Yeah.
problem in this story, Mike. She
Yeah.
didn't appreciate it.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I think it's hysterical. Not hysterical, but I think it's.
Kind of.
She's
funny.
20. She's like 19, starting a job, and you're just like, yeah. What better way to find out how awful guys are to work
Yeah.
with
Right.
than to
She's
find that out
only-
right now?
She's only applying for remote positions.
For sure. I mean, she says there's one comment that she just said another coworker told her that he had said he was going to ask her out at some point.
Okay.
And he kept coming in, and when he walked in and like he wouldn't say anything, but he never did it with anybody else around. He never talked to her like that with anybody else around. She said it was my first corporate job, and I was just trying to be nice to everybody and put up with it.
She probably leaves out like she was working in like a thong, you know.
I mean, that would be way funnier if this was like at a strip club.
yeah. Right.
He showed up with the best intentions, and he would see her like, oh,
Yeah.
it's happening again. I gotta go.
Yeah, that's again. We were just talking about workplace relationships and how they are a great idea. I don't know. Yeah, for sure. The fact that he was intentionally sexually harassing her, I stand by what I said. I think like had it just been like, hey, his pants are a little tight, or like
That's a
like,
different
hey,
story.
You can see
for
the
sure.
outline of it.
Yeah,
because,
I'm
like,
guilty of that.
happens. Yeah, for sure.
Look,
I
you
mean,
guys
but
can't
you were
help it
really
with
tight
your-
pants.
With
Yeah.
your
It's huge.
yeah,
Yeah.
huge penises and your
It's not
tight
my
pants.
fault.
It
I'm not
happens.
gonna apologize for that.
You can't.
Also, we're self-employed, so that's
That makes it a little weirder, but
yeah.
yeah, that poor thing, 19, having to like deal with that already. So
I wish I
that's
knew.
gross.
I wish I knew
Typical.
what.
I
if
know
we
what
were to-
kind
if
of
we were to
job.
guess, what do you think it would be? To me, it sounds a lot like because they were laughing about it, they were joking about it. The only reason I don't think it's this is because of the casual like work environment. But I was gonna say car sales because it just feels like a car
No.
sales
Not
kind
sweatpants.
of.
Sweatpants
This
too.
is definitely phone. Yeah, this is
Phone,
all over
that's
the
I
what
phone.
thought
mean.
like tech
Tech,
something
yeah.
like
Tech.
Has to be a tech startup or something, or
Like something where you're not in front of people. You're like on the phone or on the internet.
Imagine just trying to get a
Or they're
college
like
credit.
creating like
Yeah.
something tech.
like a porn. It's like a porn shoot.
They worked at Tinder.
Yeah, it would be funny to find out where they work, and it was like something. It was like, well, he actually wasn't that.
They work for
Yeah.
like Blue Chew.
OnlyFans. She works for. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
She works for OF.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just so weird. Like, cause like I just it's one of those things where it's like 19 years old. You're just trying to get college credits. Like I guess you should probably just understand like that shit's a real possibility to happen in real life. Like guys are gross.
Yeah,
especially
but
when
not. I mean, I'm proud of her for saying something about
She
it.
should have,
because
absolutely.
You just don't like every job we've ever worked at, and most of them for me were restaurants. But there's always 1 to 10 dudes that are like, as soon as there's a new person, they zero in on them and they try to be the nice guy and they try a little flirting. I mean, there was a guy that at a restaurant that just would massage everybody, touch everybody, do whatever.
While they're nervous, you get in there while they're
Exactly.
like they're nervous, and you're. Oh, I met someone that and they know that.
And he'd be like, "I'm your friend. I'm gonna do whatever." He's clearly
make-
trying
yeah.
to sleep with all of them, and then like doing this unwanted. But then you're like, "Oh, I'm gonna have to be nice. I don't want to make
Yeah.
everyone here hate me. I need to make friends.
Yeah.
I'll just let this dude touch my shoulders." But you're
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, and kudos to her. You're right for saying something, right?
Also-
because she needs to say something, because like a lot of people in that situation would have just kept their mouth shut and just accepted like, okay, like I guess this is a thing now. Because if he's already like that forward with his advances,
Right.
what's next? Like he's just gonna corner her in a bathroom and be like, touch it. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like,
Also,
definitely,
like
yeah.
do what every 15-year-old boy does. Tuck that into your waistband.
That's
and
right. Yeah.
Go about your business.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get out of it.
We've all had thoughts about like an attractive person, you know what I mean? Like, and no one's ever been like, I gotta fluff my wiener up to.
yeah, right. I'm not saying that maybe he is turned on, and maybe you can't help that, or you
Right.
don't walk over and be like, "Hey."
Yeah,
What's up, Lon?
yeah. I mean, if you didn't have thoughts about an attractive person, none of us in this room
Yeah.
would be married right now. Nobody, like, if we didn't take a chance, if Mike didn't fluff that day,
Yeah.
It'd be so great if that's how
Fluff
we
and
all
fold.
met. Like
Yeah.
we
you
did,
guys
but
both-
we did think
No,
about
no,
it.
I meant specifically because you guys had fluffed your wieners.
Had
Oh.
boners and sweatpants.
Yeah, that's fair.
that.
That's fair. But no, like think about it. Like met her when she was working. You guys worked together.
Yep.
And and
Yeah.
now so
But Mike didn't show me his visible dick print until at least day 3.
Yeah.
I feel like it was sooner than that.
Maybe
yeah,
day
it
two.
took Derek a while.
To show you his visible dick print.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gentlemen.
I respected you. Yeah.
Yeah, he was scared of me at first, but then the wiener came.
She was very
Then
aggressive.
the wiener came out. Then it
Yeah.
came out.
Yeah.
I mean,
Huh?
not the asshole.
She was
No.
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 Also, maybe have a don't wear sweatpants to work policy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe. Yeah, gray sweatpants are the universal sign that sexual harassment's about to happen. What are we talking about?
Yeah,
No.
like, if you're the office manager and you're like, yeah, wear sweatpants, wear whatever. First time you see someone walking around with a boner down the aisle, you're like, okay, sweatpants are no longer. We're gonna need pleats, in
This
fact.
dude loves work. Why does he love?
Yeah.
Why does he love? Like
We
you said, why does
paying
he love
these people.
spreadsheets so much? That's yeah. And if you're here right now, consider yourself a spreadsheet because we love you.
Yes.
And you can't see it right now, but Mike is visibly
Visibly.
because it's the end of the
Okay.
show. Yeah, is that a water bottle? Are you happy to see me? If you're here right now, you can do us the biggest solid and rate, review, and subscribe anywhere podcasts are available. Please remember, I know we're almost at the end of the show. Please don't tune out yet. If you have a story that you want to share, we would love to hear it. Submit it to this podcast either through Instagram or comment below wherever you listen to this podcast, and we'll give you the information to send us a story. We'd love to read it. Your embarrassing stories, your today effed up, your am I the asshole, whatever you want to read, whatever you want us to read, we would love to read and react to that story. Because we have been Bad Potato Salad.
And you have been served.
Yes.